Good evening. This is the Board of Water Commissioners meeting dated October 22nd, 2013. We're opening it up at 6:23. First order of business is the accept minutes for 10/9 and 13 and 10/6/2013.
I make a motion to accept the October 8th ones.
I think I've been looking at it, and I would like the staff to work on it one more time. We have more some details on it.
Okay.
And so, on the October 16th, the same time. So I think what we ought to do is, we've got to provide a little bit more detail, realizing, of course, that you're just getting used to this, Carmen. So hopefully you and John Reza can get more details on this. Once again, should, you know, have the agenda, follow the meeting on the tape, and then compose up some more details. A lot of care is needed to put the motions down in a very succinct manner with the details needed, and the vote. And if, you know, like, if there's a vote that one of the members doesn't like, then you got to put down, you know, the names. You know, Ricker, yay, Delzel, yay, Toomey, no, or something like that, okay? So you got to get some more details like that. And John, before they come to the board, we'd like you to initial them, that you reviewed them. Okay. And then help out Carmen as best you can to get these things down to a state where we can use it as a document to be put in the book, okay? There were some issues that we brought up in those meetings. That's on the old business. Okay, so let me give you my copy, Carmen. Anybody have any other comments they want to give them their copies? That was only one thing?
Yeah.
Let me see, which one is that on? Oh, I got it. Yep, I got it. Anything else?
Just a minute, let me look at the 16th. That one was just the Fennel Drive. Right there.
Okay, Fennel Drive, on what date?
October 16th.
You picked that up too.
Yeah, I copied that on mine. Page 2 of 3. Under old business. Yeah.
So two ends or one?
F-E-N-N-O.
That's it. Okay. Okay, Carmen.
Okay.
Let me just initial these. So we'll just redo those.
I'll take these for you, so you have some, right? Just copies.
No.
Okay.
Still get the least photo.
All right, signed purchase orders. American Water Works membership renewal for who? For the department?
It covers the whole.
It's 413, huh? Catch Company. Here we go with the reagents again, huh?
For testing.
Okay, so is there anyone, this Hatch company, is that, there's no other vendor for that, is there? Or is there?
Are there any agents? I'd have to look in the blue book. They may carry some of them, they may not.
We're dealing directly
Usually
with-
we have, you know, hack equipment in the stations, so we
Okay,
try to
so,
use their products to. But, I'll check.
all right, Granger, where'd you get this, what town is Granger in?
Lawrence. That particular one, the branch.
Yeah, where's their other branches?
I'll go up to there.
Kind of do that, calculator.
So you ordered this up online?
You have a problem with it? Instead of John's name being there.
No.
Thank
Framingham, Lawrence, Norwood, Water10, and Woburn.
So did you have to send somebody up there to pick up this thing?
No. Just delivered.
Or it's delivered yet?
That's right. All of them.
Okay. Did you call up and find out if we had one in stock up there?
Yes, we looked it up and didn't have it on the shelf.
Did you get an electrician?
We got,
Weston and Sampson?
yeah, services. High voltage.
So all hooked up?
No, we just got it in today. Just can't really do it. The station's running. It's just on direct start.
Yeah. So when they direct start it, is there high amperage to start up the motor?
Right.
And that could blow a fuse, or do they have to have a special
Well,
procedure to turn
Sure.
it up?
Each electric bill, because of the inrush current.
Yeah, but once the pump is going,
Yeah.
it's normal, right?
Right.
But that's only about a few seconds, isn't it? To start that thing up?
Yeah, 10 to 15, but then go to 300 amps at 440 volts.
Okay. There's only 3 purchase orders tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Next order of business is the pre and post abatement reviews. Carafelli. Okay. I don't think you were here last week, so we looked at it.
Yeah, I read the minute.
Okay.
Are you talking to it?
All right.
Where did you plot it?
So, second page.
Yeah, I mean.
How are we doing right now with abatements? You got any more coming our way?
We got a few complaints that we're fielding. One day of waters.
Any,
They're always those.
You see them?
and then there's a lot of things in there, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told them today.
Okay, so the,
Two more for you, just give them a second.
I thought there was only 2 we had to sign. Why are there 4 here?
The copies are out, copies are in there.
It was 2 months.
Oh, 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Business manager vacancy. What's the update, John?
Well, right now Karen's been helping us. I don't know what the plan is for filling that.
Why can't we, post that and put it out there and see what we get for candidates from that? I mean, Laura was excellent, and we're gonna miss her big time, but I mean, there's gonna be somebody else there that can handle it too. You know, at least the feel out there, see what there is available. It doesn't mean we have to vote one way or the other on, and but at least see if there's anybody out there that's interested and is qualified, what I'm saying.
It's an article,
I realize we have an article, but we don't know what I mean. In the meantime, we can be, at least kind of see what's out there, so we, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there could be some very well qualified people out there. Maybe there isn't.
Well, I think
Yeah.
we need, I think,
It would be 2 weeks ahead of, or 3 weeks ahead of,
I
you
think,
know, the thing to see what happens at town meeting, what I'm saying.
I think our rush was to try to fill the gap. So
Well, I realize that, but I mean, at least if we put the qualifications down, the same as we did when we hired Laura, that, to see what's out there and what's available. You know, so after town meeting, now we know which way we're gonna go,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I think,
It didn't cost us anything to, except for a newspaper, thing, you know, with a request for somebody that's qualified.
I think we should get somebody in here temporary until after town meeting, that's only a week from Monday.
I think what's going on now is we're trying to pick up the slack, John, with Laura's absence. And we're trying to see, now that we have Carmen, to see just exactly what we need at this time. So we need somebody, like one of our board members, like Stu, that's kind of in touch with that downtown about, you know, looking at this business manager thing, to keep on top of it, because I don't have the time to dedicate it to it. But maybe, Stu, you could bring that up downtown and discuss that with them, to see if that might be an avenue we should be pursuing at this time.
The woman
Roy
that
brought
came
it
in,
up, so.
the woman that came in and helped Laura there with the computer, did she handle that for a week or two?
She doesn't want to work with us.
She doesn't. No, I'm just asking, you know, we fill the void. And,
Well, right now, we got Karen coming down here probably for half a day, helping out Carmen. Carmen's been getting, Carmen got a lot of direction from Laura before she left. So a lot of these duties, like data entry, getting the checks logged in, getting that thing going is, you know, it's being worked out right now. So we have the help with downtown to help us. Going forward, you know, we got that town meeting. We've already decided to go ahead and, you know, get some money, article money, to pay for someone maybe in a half-time capacity.
no, I'm just saying, if he gets voted down, we'd be a little bit, a couple weeks ahead.
Yeah,
If we posted it, that we're looking for a business manager to replace Laura, we're 2 weeks ahead of town meeting. We don't know what's gonna happen at town meeting, no more than anybody else does. And, you know, if that gets voted down, then we've gotta, you know, go back to square one. I just think we'd be a couple weeks ahead of each, so.
I think we should have somebody temporary though until after town meeting.
I have no
can't
problem
say
with that,
enough.
Stewie. I'm just saying if we
I-
posted it, we'd be a couple weeks ahead if we did have to post it, you know?
I cannot say enough kind things about these ladies in the town hall willing to help come. Karen's been down here for the last 2 days. And the other ladies are more than willing to help.
No, I have no problem with that. I'm just saying if we posted something, if something happens at town hall that we're not looking forward to.
I think Corey's got a point, but I think what we need to do is get one of us, and I would like to get a motion to nominate, since Stewie's more in tune with everything, maybe get him more in a capacity to deal with that subject downtown, to see if it makes sense to advertise that position right now. So can I have a motion like that, so we can get onto that? Right now, we've got a decision we made a few weeks ago,
I'd like
to get an article in there.
I'd like to include the billing procedure with that, delegate me to work with downtown on the billing
Yeah,
procedures.
I think we need that. So the billing procedures are something we were hoping to get before Laura left, but she was such, so busy in helping us out get.
No, I have no problem with that. The only thing I was saying, we'd be 2 weeks ahead. I agree with Stewie 100%
Yeah.
that we need somebody right now. But what I'm saying, if the vote goes down at town meeting floor, we'd be 2 weeks ahead by posting something, because you have to post it for so long. I mean, if town meeting comes across and says, okay, we'll go the other route, well, that's a different story altogether. What I'm trying to get across.
To give you an example, not to change the subject, but on the billing. I brought this up when I was, probably back in May when I first came on the board. The billing every month, and I suggested we go to every quarter, or at least every 2 months. And that didn't fly because you gentlemen thought the meters should be read every month. So here's my suggestion. Read the meters every month. The folks will know whether they have a leak if they're read every month. Bill them every other month. We save, if this billing outsourced, we'll save a lot of money.
We save a lot of money here, but I want to tell you, coming up with a water bill each month is hard enough as it is trying to come up with 2 months myself. My own personal
I just thought,
finances, you know.
me too, but I thought about it, and if we billed like every other month.
You know, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, trying to come up with what I owe per month. I mean, the cows use a lot of water, and I mean, my bill's up there a little bit more than probably 2 of the households.
Yeah,
It's just trying to come up with that for the 1 month. Trying to come up with 2 months or 3 months is going to be even harder with the rates the way they are right at the moment.
I know that.
I
But let me just finish what I want to say. I think that the thoughts are, looking at that, Stewie's offered to get more involved in that. I think it's worth revisiting or looking at, because when I looked at it, and I didn't think about it, but you could read the meters and not bill, and then the following month bill. So you would take, we spend $18,000 or $19,000 on mailings for the bills. We could cut that in half if we did that.
The only thing is, if we did go that route, we'd have to give people more than the 10 days that we're doing now. I'd like to see like the light department,
That,
where the bills come out, and it's not due until the end of the month, not at the 20th of the month.
I agree with that too.
If they come out the 10th, give them till the end of the month.
We need somebody to dedicate their time, like Stu, to talk with them down there, that now that,
I mean, even the way it is right now, I still think it should be at the end of the month. Because a lot of the people, you know, they're on fixed
I
incomes,
agree with you.
and they don't get their checks until the end of the month.
Yeah.
And trying to come up with it on the 20th, I mean, I know a few people that are having a hard time
So
doing
can
it.
you look at that, Stu?
I'll be glad to.
Yeah.
Now, do we have a vote? You two gentlemen delegate me to
I'll make that motion.
work with the treasurer, the accountant, and the administrator.
On that subject, the billing,
Billing,
and also the business manager vacancy,
right.
okay? So do I have a second for that motion?
I made the motion, so.
Yeah.
It's up to you to second it or
So-
so.
Stewie, since we're nominating you, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
So Carmen, the motion would be, the board put a motion forward for, two things. One is the, you know, the business manager vacancy, since we're on that subject right now. We're looking at, you know, advertising the position now or not, to look at everything, the big picture, to see if we can do that. The second thing is the billing question, to see whether we should revisit what we voted on last year about keeping with monthly billing, and then look at that to say whether we should go with the bi-monthly billing or quarterly, whatever they think would help us out. Also, there is the discount date, we gotta look at that. So this will be a business decision. Research will be done by the people downtown with our member here overseeing that. And
It's
then-
just, you know, trying to come up with $300 at the end of 2
Yeah.
months instead of 150. I mean, it's gonna be hard on people.
Yeah,
And we
And
gotta
there
look at
was-
all aspects of it.
there was reasons why we did that. Okay.
You know, Roy, I don't disagree with you on that subject. That if we,
I know we should all budget, but we don't.
if we keep cutting, perhaps we can reduce the rates 5% per start. Help the folks out.
No, I know what my water bill is, and it's tough for me at the end of the month. I'm not the only one in town probably having that problem.
Okay, so that was a unanimous vote, and
I've said it a couple of times, I'd like to see the water rates go down 5% for a start, but just by tightening your belt a notch, you can do that easy. They trimmed a lot of waste.
so going down on the agenda thing, the minutes, we just put that off to the next meeting. I'm not sure we need a vote on that or not, so I'm just gonna put it off to the next meeting until you have more time to prepare those. Purchase orders, we didn't have a motion for that, but that's normal business for the board to review those. Carafelli abatement, we voted on last meeting, so there's no motion and vote on that one. The business manager vacancy, there is a motion, and we got, you know, that with, along with the business of getting billing out in this time that we're doing a transition. Nominating Stewie to oversee that avenue. Okay, so that does that, all right? So now we're on to
Hydrant inspection.
old business, hydrant inspection.
Before we get on the old business, can I say a couple of things on the new business? And I have a couple of things to say on the old business.
Well, are they related to any of these topics here? Or are they related to old business? Can we bring them in with a,
One's under, a complaint today, a lady on, I believe it's Bennett Hill Road. Her meter read 22,000 gallons last month. And she needs the superintendent will talk to her.
I spoke with her today.
You spoke with her today,
That's,
okay. What seems to be the problem, John?
it doesn't seem to be leaking. There's certain areas on the graph that are just flat, you know, so it's there was a couple of spikes, which, after talking about it with Glenn for a bit, it kind of looked like irrigation, but she claims the system's off. So, the option, of course, is she saying the meter's not accurate.
Okay, so can we, I think the issue is, are we responding to our customers in a timely manner?
That's the egg in a nutshell. She called and somebody did not get back to her this morning like she was told. These are our customers. They deserve to be back in touch with them in a timely manner.
Yeah. So we gotta, get on top of that. If they call, we gotta, make sure we address it. Laura used to address it quite a bit. We need to get back to them and see if there's anything we can do to help them. Okay, and then, I don't wanna talk about it until it comes up before us for an abatement.
Yeah.
And we'll have the reasons then.
I would like you to go out again tomorrow, John. Meet the lady and go over it once more.
What is the next step, John? Change out the meter and try it, have it tested, or?
Well, I mean, if the customer requests a test,
So we don't do it unless they request it, is that how that works?
well, we offer them the option. If they
Yeah,
believe the
the
meter
policy,
is an error.
if the
And
meter
then
passes, they pay for the test.
And they pay for the test.
The meter, so it could be an obvious problem with the meter or something, or there wouldn't be a test required, we just do a change out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, once again, I think we ought to talk about it when they come before us for an abatement.
Another thing, under the CPC records, they're in this building, they need to be returned to the treasurer's office.
What's CPC records?
Because Laura did the CPC, funds of community preservation funds when she worked here. They used to be in the treasurer's office when she worked there. When she came down here, she brought the records here. They need to go back to the treasurer's office.
Okay. You know where they are?
Yes,
They're in the other room, and
next to her desk, in the other room.
I think they're behind her desk, right? Behind her chair, where she sat.
I believe it's a small two-drawer.
Was that a position she get paid for, or did she do that?
she got a stipend for that, $2,000 a year or something.
Okay,
So they need to be returned to the town hall.
so who's, okay, so,
So this selectman appointed the assistant treasurer to handle the CPC
okay,
records and the funds from last night they appointed.
okay, so do we know enough
Kevin.
about the CPC records to put them in boxes so we can bring them down there, Sarah?
Are they their files, cabinets? The treasurer's file cabinets? All right,
Just, I think it's just a two-drawer short one.
all right,
Okay.
what I'm requesting is the records get back to the treasurer. I can't think of her last name, but it'd be Karen Summit's assistant. Her name is also Karen.
Yes.
She's be handling it. She'd be C funds.
Okay.
John, have you been out checking hydrants?
When I get a minute, usually, yep.
No, really, down Main Street. I'm telling you the truth. Where I was working today, I parked my truck across the street and it's a wonder I didn't drive into the hydrant. The only way I spotted it, the state came by and mowed the edge of the road, that hydrant there. Other than that, you couldn't see it. The brush and everything growing up around it. There's one just down here. Same thing, yeah, boy, you can do to see it.
This one went across in my driveway, John, it's got poison ivy vines all over it.
Yeah,
They have to be taken care of, John. I mean,
I know. Once we get
firefighter.
some free time, one of us goes out and does it. It's been very busy here, I gotta tell you.
Okay.
Tell me something, John.
Very busy. And you know, we've had some trouble with both wells.
Yeah.
With what?
We've had trouble with both of the, well 2 and well 5. And, the bills are coming in, people are asking for data loggers, and they respond in quick time,
Tell me something, John.
It's,
You come in late in the morning. What's the crew? How do they know what the plan is for the day?
well, the stations that are given, that's the first thing, first order you gotta
But I mean, I said it before, I sound like a broken record, yeah.
Rob's still on vacation, so
Excuse me?
it's just me and Clint.
The town is paying the water department in excess of $35,000 a year for hydrant rental. They should be kept up, that's what I'm trying to say.
Do we need to maybe hire some kind of a landscaping company or something to come in to clean
No,
around?
I mean,
Do we have that many out there that we need something to do, is what I'm asking?
We had a man for 3 months.
He was pretty busy just mowing grass.
a little of each, space it in between.
Be better off to let the field grow up and get the hydrants. I mean, you're getting darn good rent out of hydrants. Not to mention the fact that the fire department doesn't need thorns biting them and poison ivy when he's trying to hook a hose up to save somebody's home.
Maybe in the next meeting, John, you can kind of take a look and give us a rough idea how many we're in need of. Maybe we should think about getting somebody into, maybe a landscape company comes in and do the brush cutting around them, or whatever.
Well, we'll be
And shut up there and think, one kind of thing.
pretty soon.
Okay, well,
One more question, while this under old business, is that patch been installed, asphalt patch been done way down Main Street?
I'm supposed to meet the paving company up there on Thursday.
All right,
They can give me a price.
thank you.
Where's that one at? So,
Down by the Red Gate Road.
okay, so, old business, we already talked about hydrant inspection, the hydrant issue, John, so I guess the board desires some more attention on that, regardless of the manpower ability we have right now. We need to, kind of put we've only talked about this for the last, 3 or 4 meetings. Let's get this thing issue off the table and done. It's, you get people looking around, they have a fence committee in town. There's another committee now, it's a private committee, it's called the Hydrant Committee. Okay, so we're looking at hydrants. So can we just kind of, let's not talk about it next week, let's just have it done,
Yeah.
okay?
Like I said, when we get a free moment, one of them goes out.
Yeah,
That temporary guy was doing
yeah,
when he got done with the stations. So,
okay.
you know, it's a busy place.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Financial budget information on water plant expense report. Did you get that, we wanted to get the breakdown of the $1.3 million fund versus the SRF thing?
They have the same copy that you and I looked at before, and they're just gonna have to go through it and identify. It's the only way I can think of to do it.
So can you go down that list that you had before? And the easy thing to do is just put SRF, the SRF expenditures,
Yep.
okay? So you need to go through that, do that, and then could I have that copy by tomorrow night?
Try.
So, how many items on there?
We gotta open up on 33 tomorrow. So, I don't know the exact numbers.
Is that a complete list? Did Laura get that to you?
No,
Well, sure.
I found it in the computer.
So that list is just SRF stuff and 1.3?
Well, like I said, I have to identify.
Well, I know, you can break it apart, but that's a combination of both.
I'm assuming, yes.
Okay. All right, so I'll look at that tomorrow night then, okay?
All right.
Contract for John Hargraves with budget discussion. How are we gonna pay for John? We need that information there to figure out if there's any money that they can move around, right?
Suppose we could talk to the accountant, see if there's something we can do.
So we're gonna put that on hold till next meeting.
Yeah. We need to get him going again because we had a big catastrophe this last week. I think it's probably been the opportunity to talk about it. So there was an issue about the tower and how I was requested at the selectmen's meeting last night, so the feeling was that we have all the rights we need on that tower down there. And we don't need to enter into an agreement. Not we, the powers that are in this town, which is the selectmen, they don't need to have an agreement to go on that tower. So,
So any town department can use it, what you're saying.
right. I think it's a condition of granting them permission to put a tower on our property.
With the selectmen's approval.
The selectmen are the ultimate authority to say whether something goes on that tower or not. So what happened was that in the event, the attempt was made to try to resolve the issue of having to use the tower. Part of it was done by, the last couple of months ago to get permission, or not permission, get the contract that they had with this outfit so they could review it. And then nobody fit that the failure in our organization is that they were supposed to go through the town administrator to get the next phase going, which would be getting that device on the tower. So that didn't happen, so there were, the Board of Selectmen last night requested that we, direct this thing regarding the property of the town through the selectmen, if we want to use a tower. We don't have a subcontractor or a contractor do that talking with the self-tower company or any other company for that matter. So that's one thing we've got to be very careful of. If it's a town issue, we've got to go through the town, John, so. Did you find any minutes that said that we voted on, you guys recall when we voted on putting the device on that tower, if we could get permission to do so?
Remember something being brought up, I'm not sure when it was,
I think it was July 23rd. I think we made a motion to ask for permission to attach a device to the tower.
Make a motion to what?
Attach a device to the tower.
And then we vote for, do we vote yes on that?
Yes.
So it was 3-0. 3 votes for.
I believe so.
So do we have the minutes, Andy?
do you even know what this company is out of?
I think they're out of, is it Leominster or Nashville or something?
Now, they didn't say here, they pick up the test, so we have to drive to them.
Talk about that after we get down to the subject. So.
No, I was asking what it was, you know, so,
What?
I was just asking where they picked up from.
Well, no, that's one of the questions I want to ask them.
That was the motion.
That's the breakdown. Let me read it. Tim set up the motion to have Laura and John to ask downtown, and that's what we call the town. And if we have permission to attach a device to the tower. Stu did make this motion, Roy Ricker did second the motion, all in favor. So did Laura or you go downtown to find out if we have permission?
I don't recall.
Okay, so that's the breakdown.
Yeah.
If you had gone down there,
Well, I'm not saying I didn't, I'm just saying
you don't remember?
recall.
Okay, so that's one of the things, nobody ever came down there to ask them. So what we gotta do is, we should have done that, so. And then, so anyways, as a consequence to that, they asked me last night to make sure that we, if we get an issue like that, that we handle it, you handle it, John, for the board, for downtown, and make sure that that's okay. Not a contractor to it, so. And I understand that Weston and Sampson tried to handle it, but I'm not sure if they did it in the direction of you or John Hargraves or whatever, so. But anyways, we've got to follow that protocol. And at this point, we got to make sure that we get that that request to permanently use that tower downtown. Okay? So last night, they were gracious enough to give us a motion that we could use the tower for a test. So what I'll do is I'll put forward a motion right now to affirm what we should have done before is to ask them if we could use it for a test. And I was able to get them to suggest that that was a good remedy to take care of this immediate need. But I'd like to affirm that vote right now, that we should have actually asked them before they voted on it. But, you know, if they voted on it, let's just back ourselves up on that motion.
I'll
So,
make the motion.
do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Now, Tim, while we're on the subject,
Wait. The second part of this is that we go through and get the proper permission to put a permanent device on that tower, to go through the selectmen, okay? And the only thing that would mess that up is if this completely failed this test. And so I would like to put a motion forward that we request the permission from the Board of Selectmen through our superintendent to coordinate that, to have permission to be able to put a permanent device on that tower for the treatment plant and all our operational facilities.
Tim, in the minutes saying July 23rd. That was a motion we made. What I would like to do, I would like John to make a copy of the minutes last July 23rd and hand deliver it down to the administrator tomorrow.
Okay, that can be done. You can ask him to do that. But I want to just I want to reaffirm that motion.
All right.
Because
I'll make the motion.
we should have gone, the first thing we should have done is gone to do a test out there. Then, based on the test results, put a permanent thing on that thing. But the ultimate authority to grant that permission is the selectman. So the second motion is to request that the selectmen, again, through our superintendent, to allow us to put a antenna device on that tower. Do I have a second on that?
I made the motion.
Okay. Second?
Yeah,
All in favor?
aye.
Anything else on the treatment plant update?
Process piping inside the plant is continuing. Trusses, roof sheet, and ice and water shield have been installed for the admin area. Work on the roof installation's begun. Exterior block's been completed. Trim and soffits are installed for the admin area. Concrete installation, the residual space and continued. Site work continued with backfilling the residual base and cleaning up at well number 3. Electrical conduit for the admin area continued. HVAC in the attic area has begun. Painting the process area and pipe gallery has been completed. Interior block petition walls have begun. The admin area and rebar and form installation for the loading dock began this week.
What date was that letter, John?
This was on the 16th.
Aye. What percentage of complete, is completed? Can you find that out this week for next week's meeting? I'd like to know how far along it, what percentage. You know, your guess, would you say the 75%, 80%?
I wouldn't want to pay anything.
Excuse me?
I'd say they're 60% maybe.
60%?
Well, and don't hold me to that because
I'd appreciate it if you found out this week and report to us at the next meeting.
I'll ask John
John, when is the next construction meeting?
next Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Usually 8 o'clock.
Would you be available to go there, or you working?
Yeah, pretty busy right now.
Okay, and then, so Stu, if you call me up and say, what's that?
They come here.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think what we ought to do is, since Hargrave is up in the air right now, we ought to, one of us should be there, so we'll talk about it. If you're busy that day, then I understand, or if I'm busy that day, then you come out. I think they last about, what, an hour or two?
Yeah, at least an hour.
Okay. Okay, so that's next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, yes.
What's the date next Tuesday?
29.
Next issue is lab procurement, compare various vendor costs and fees.
I called,
Where is this the second one, John? Where are they out of?
you sure about?
Yeah,
I think they're just a little towards the South Shore from here.
where?
I think they're a little towards the South Shore. I can pull up the exact.
Do they pick up the samples, or we have to deliver to them?
I think they have a drop-off station up this way.
I just added up the first one,
Yeah.
and the second one, $528 cheaper than the one we're using.
Yeah.
But if we have to drive, send somebody to these, we ain't saving anything, but
Well,
I called Amro back. And
they
asked
don't
them-
look like they have too many of them, huh?
Well, their specialty isn't really drinking water, so. She kind of confirmed what I had here, of the tests they do that are similar to the ones that we do.
They do lead and copper. They do inorganics, John.
I asked that. I asked the organics and perchlorate.
They do the volatiles.
Secondary.
They do VOCs, you got the VOCs, yeah. See, the trichloroethylene goes under an EPA method 6240 or a 624. So there's like a duplication here of the trichloro is a 150, but that's covered under the VOCs. So once again, we need to look at this, Sean.
I was going by what she said and by what was on this list that they sent.
All right, let's go through this again now. Where did these tests come from? Where'd you get those things? HAA5? Where'd you get that name of that test?
Well, that's from the
Okay.
latest.
Inorganics, is there any methodology that we use for that?
There's a method reference, I'd have to look it up in the.
So we need to put the method reference there. Lead and copper, is that the ICP method or is it?
Once again, I'd have to pull out 310 CMR and find out what the method.
So we need to do that. We need to come up with, what we need to do is, instead of giving them this list here, we gotta give them the methodology. The metals, which are lead and copper, is that per lead or is it lead and copper combined is 25? See, this is kind of like confusing. What I would suggest you do is get a copy of the bill that BioMarine sends us.
Yeah.
and wipe out the cost and then give it to these people to see if they can, give us pricing on that. Because I'm looking at this.
I mean, that's quite a big difference right there, just on what we got listed here, is what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, but this isn't even filled in.
No, evidently they didn't want to bid on it or something.
Well, no, the VOCs, trichloro is a VOC. The trihalomethanes, I think that's in that same list of VOCs. If you have the methodology here, then you just ask them if they do VOCs. There's about 7 methods I can do VOCs on. You gotta be more specific on this to get pricing.
And one of the other things too, John, is, see if they pick up, the samples, or we have to deliver them, so we can figure that in when we're trying to pick.
Good point. I brought that up last week, and then you got that there?
Emerald picks up for $25.
No, but I mean, what I'm saying, instead of sending a guy down there and a pickup down there, whatever, from whatever companies we have, do they pick up here, do they have a drop-off spot, or, I mean, that's gotta be something to factor in on who we choose for a price, is what I'm saying.
Transportation.
We don't need somebody in this office to drive to Gloucester or,
No, but I mean, if we have to drive someplace, we want to go to the shortest place, and that's why I was asking what this place was.
There's another lab up in New Hampshire that's closer. The pile of problems is the coliform or the bacteria samples. They're going to be taken and brought there immediately. You can't hold them, right? So some of those.
No, but I mean, it's all something we gotta figure in, we're gonna choose a company, with the difference in prices, is what I'm saying.
We cannot afford to send an employee to deliver when they have couriers. Figure even going to Gloucester, it's 2 hours gone by the time he gets back.
But
But if you only have so many hours to do it, so we either gotta hire a carrier, or if they pick it up, what I'm trying to say.
Exactly, I understand,
To figure in the whole thing.
right.
John, can you just get these tests down, and if we're running a specific test for trichloroethylene, because it looks like these other labs are charging about the same or more. Like Neshoba is charging more for a trichloro sample analysis, and it's in the VOC test. What's in the VOCs? What compounds are in the VOCs? How many are there?
There's a big list.
Right.
Big list.
So the VOCs, some companies or some places just think of them as benzene, toluene, ethylbenzene, and xylene.
Yeah.
And other people look at it as all the complete suite of that plus volatile organics.
Oh, yeah.
So
There's a page
can you ask,
of compounds.
well, look, this is the way we should do this. Ask Glenn or Rob to put down the methodologies of these tests. In other words, the inorganics, you should put the methodologies next to it. So that the lab can say, okay, that's method whatever, I can put a number on that. If you give it to them that way and tell them they're looking for bids, then they can be competitive. But if you ask them what their price list is, you're gonna get the price list and you're gonna start filling in the blanks here. It's gonna get all messed up. They give preferred pricing to companies or towns. If they know that's gonna be competitive, then they're gonna put pricing in there. But you've gotta be able to compare one lab to the second lab and to the third lab. Okay? All these labs do everything, but they might not do it in-house. Case in point, BioMarine does not do volatiles or metals. They send that out.
Right.
Yeah, we send it up them. We drive the samples from point A to point B. They have them do that analysis. And they have a courier pick up the samples for metals and VOCs to their lab who does it for them. They give us the lab reports.
Right.
We're looking for getting better pricing. How much money did we spend last year on lab testing? Yeah.
Each year is a different, you know, it's not the same regimen each year.
Roughly, I think Tim is
Yeah. but
saying, you have a rough idea? Approximate.
So what we'd like to try to do is save money. Some of the things you can't save money because you, like the bacteria sample analysis,
Yeah,
you gotta get that there within hours.
right.
pH, you gotta get that there for within hours. We get the pH test, we do our own pH testing here, right? John?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I want to table this to the next meeting. Incidentally, I was thinking about maybe, putting the meeting off for another 2 weeks. I don't think there's much going on.
I'll go with that.
So that'll give you plenty of time to get that, John. All right? So, is there any other issues that,
Yes. Paid lunch break is over. That was just for the summer.
paid lunch break? What's that about, John?
The rotating schedule the union set up.
Excuse me?
The rotating schedule the union set up in the summertime, like, 20-minute break and paid break, I believe, right? The contract.
Yeah, but that was over, what, October 1st?
Is it October 1st?
Well, it's over.
Okay, so they punch out, like,
So what time, what were they getting, when we're getting a lunch break? Were they getting paid lunch break?
you know, that's half a year, about, is it? So
Excuse me?
about half a year at a time, isn't it, for each?
I don't believe it's supposed to be, I thought it was just in the, to my knowledge, it was in the hot weather months.
April or May.
May, June, July, August, maybe September.
Do you get memos from the people that write the checks here in town for pay? Saying that you gotta follow this and follow that?
They used to send them seasonally, but I haven't seen them for a while.
Okay, so you gotta make sure that we're following all these procedures. I guess the point is, there are procedures we gotta make sure we're following. One of them is lunch breaks. So can you make sure that when we sign the time sheets, that we're not,
Yep.
messing up on that?
So what are you talking?
Once again, I would like to say,
You get November, then you get the 29th next week, and you get the 5th.
the ratepayers,
12th, yeah.
our customers are our number one priority.
What's that, 23rd?
Today's 22nd. So 29th would be 1 week, the 5th would be 2 weeks, so you want it on the 12th,
Today's the 23rd, isn't it?
22nd. Today's on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
okay.
Right, so the 12th is it.
I mean, I looked at the wrong month. Where's
Right here,
November?
right here. Right.
Oh, okay, all right. So the 4th, or the 5th, I mean,
You want it on the 5th?
yeah,
So you want to skip one.
What's that, 2 weeks from tonight?
yeah. Unless you guys can think of some business that we need to attend to. When is the construction meeting? Is that next Tuesday?
Next Thursday.
8 AM, right?
Yes.
29th, I put down.
Okay. So, Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?